Well, that's a question.
Yeah.
I forgot to get that. So I do.
If you email me and say, send me a copy of the check sheet, I send
I gotta
it.
start a new class.
You just fill it in with the class you took.
I'm in intro to art now. I don't know. I haven't had it yet. I just switched.
Do we have to take an art class to graduate?
I don't think you do it.
No, but I knew that was in the gym class. I took my gym class.
I took yoga.
I took walking.
I like walking.
I know what.
That's what you do is walk. If you
Did you take it on the springtime or one trip?
the spring.
So you got to go outside?
Yeah, it was
I took yoga. It was fun.
I still wanted to.
It go so fast.
It did.
Oh, I gotta go some stairs. No.
Uh-oh. Somebody don't want to sit down.
It's a little close to the teacher.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But he's playing his new desk. Why did he have?
Why would I got a chair to put my purse? I'm like, hey, what's fun? But it wasn't that fun, though. It wasn't.
I really wish I would.
It wasn't that bad. I thought it would be. I was like,
I'm putting stuff with me about this class. Our first semester, so fall semester 23.
what you do?
As far as I work with teacher.
I know. I think ours is better personally because we was out. We could actually do stuff. And we was making like what's the freshman have stuff to do.
Hell yeah.
So let's go to the yard and play hide and go seek. Like we was out.
Literally.
Let's go to the yard and play some music.
Wasn't they playing games earlier too?
We don't want to play no board games.
No, they was playing games. They was playing like a fighting game.
Oh yeah, that was funny. They was playing the hide and go seek or the manhunt game. Oh, thank you so much.
That was
I think we only have one boy in this class. Well, not him, but like, yeah. I wonder how that feels. Like, all walking with all girls.
I felt tough.
Really? I would be a
I'm
little.
not nigga.
I'm like, dang. If it was me, I would be a little broken. Cause you know, what is it called?
I know.
What is equal right? Yeah, I would be a little intimidated.
But I feel like it also depends. If he was raised by the woman, then I feel like he would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this is cool. Sure, you're right. Next. I just feel like I'm the only boy in here. Yeah.
That's as soon as he walked.
And he was late. That's the thing. He was late. And the only boy, so he walked in here with best looking at him.
I definitely just changed it. So I picked up a minor in communications.
Heat him up. What they say you gotta do now? You got added classes.
I had to drop a class and then add a class, but I wasn't tripping because I have this public speaking class. It's late at night. It's like 4, 5, and 6 or some shit. And my professor, I can't deal with her.
Oh, that's the class you dropped.
I had to. I was like, there's no way you're gonna tell me I can't wear a hat.
Girl,
Or a bonnet.
you told me that class is late as that is, and you got a problem with that post. I think the late class is the problem.
Bro, she literally told us to take edibles. She was like, don't come on class, no one might be edible or something.
Who's gonna do that?
I'm not taking it.
That's not even the point. The fact that you
Yeah, I heard about that.
I can't.
to get a different option of it is crazy.
I'd rather you tell me not to do it.
Right, I ain't gonna recommend a different drug.
I couldn't do it, so I had to drop it. I was like, I really can't. It's
But
already
that's
late.
so late, yeah.
My last class, I had a class last semester, it was like 37.
It barely is.
Like, we be ready for the bed. I'm ready to go now.
You gotta go.
Oh goodness, how's everybody doing? I'm good. Tired already. So tired.
It's my last class.
Is it? All's week?
Oh yeah, this is all in my last class.
What? Okay.
In my day right now.
Oh, we got to do your attendance. Damn it.
Not too mad about it.
Huh?
I said not too mad about doing my attendance.
Like they're tripping. It's always about federal student loans. I wish I never took them out. I got too many.
Didn't they say they was gonna drop them, or what is it, forgiveness?
I feel like that's been a discussion for 10 and 20 years. Yeah. I mean, I am signed up for public service student loan forgiveness. I guess just like write print name, sign name, and then a date. Because we got it. So we got to do that. We also, make sure to drop and add whatever you need. We've got class for when you all, if you get sick. And then, you want the check sheet. Here you go. Go blank. I got to do shit right away or I never do it. You ever do that? You get your assignments and you just do them
Right.
the moment you get them. And you'll never. When I was an undergrad, I didn't do that. I took 6 years to finish undergraduate. 6 years. I always say I finished the first year of my first day of my 6th year. Blank. Hopefully I'm sending you a blank check sheet. If not, delete it out, right? So classes you took. Anybody else have a check sheet need or question?
Well, can you send me the check sheet? Just
If you write an email to me and say, please send check sheet,
okay. I got
I
you.
will reply, I promise.
Or
And
can
we're
we
going to
find
get
it
you
on our-
done. What was the question?
Can we find it on our own? Like, isn't it on the course catalog?
It might be. Do you guys have a way to see like?
I know, it's no need to send it.
You don't want to send an email?
No, so then it's too much work. You got all them tabs open too.
Well, no, that's what these two just did.
Yeah.
That's what these two just did. So she said check sheet, boom, done.
Okay.
If it is physical typing of jtrouth@centralstate.edu. But y'all got your check sheets, right?
Mhm.
I hope it's not mine.
watch out for y'all.
I hope it's not mine. Oh, I got an idea too. D2L. So you guys have access to, what's the hardest class you have right now? That's what I'm gonna start out with.
Environmental science.
Oh,
I can see
shit.
my teacher just,
Bio 1500?
yeah.
You gotta take notes in that
TBS
class.
in there, Judge.
You gotta take notes.
Yeah, he be talking. It was just for the math. I was just
Max might be volleyball. That's only because she's too serious.
I got an idea for you.
You have the volleyball class?
Yeah.
It's not serious at all. It's actually fun. I
Okay.
had it first semester.
Do you have a girl with you? You had a lady, right?
Yeah, but y'all get a test at the end.
Okay, that's fine. Today she was working us out.
Here's how you all get one.
I'm on the team the way she was like.
You got Dropbox.
Huh?
Can you get it through Dropbox? I just sent that an announcement. So you just click on it,
Oh,
then you download it, and you can delete and put in any grade you want to put in there.
okay.
And you open it.
You should have took water.
Take what?
Why did my
What'd you ask?
advisor recommend that?
It's probably that bubbly water shit you guys like. I mean, you can get one.
You don't gotta get your hair wet. You can go in there with on it. So you just go and you splash a little bit, go side to side.
Does she mess up your hair in water aerobics?
No,
So you never have to go under.
never. It's like
Really?
she'll have you do like you touch your toes in the water, and then she play music off the R&B radio. She was black lady.
It's 1 hour or two? 1 credit hour or 2 credit hours?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay.
But it's a good class. I recommend it.
I forgot we were all doing pregnancy like 2 days ago.
Pregnancy aerobics or.
That would be the bomb. They do say don't do it in the hot tub on your honeymoon. Have you ever heard that in biology? Sperm only lives at 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Why would you try to get pregnant at your honeymoon?
I feel like, do that mean people's go?
Like for years.
Oh.
We got pregnant before our honeymoon. Some people want to enjoy their marriage first.
This is the time to live. Like I feel like after I get married, I want to travel with my person. I want to connect more
Okay.
with my person.
All right. Is that everybody's thought on pregnancies?
That's probably not.
Because it is. No, it's a good discussion question. Like I said, no judgment here. Yes. Are we? I would do notes. But if you already know how to get pregnant, you might not need many notes.
Okay.
Here's the fallopian tubes.
Yeah, I think our whole room
Any questions? Any questions about?
Ooh, I still don't know how to write. I'll be trying.
Did you guys know any of this stuff? So what's weird is they measure your pregnancy over 40 weeks. How long would 40 weeks be?
9. No.
It should be 9 months, but 40 weeks, in my opinion, would be 10 months, right?
Oh yeah, because 4.
Yeah.
So that's the weird shit they do. They measure your pregnancy off of your last period. But then you don't ovulate till 2 weeks after your last period. So really, you're not pregnant until the end of week 2. That's why it's 40 weeks. It's so confusing. It doesn't make a lot of sense. For real, like so right out of the gate, you're already 3 weeks pregnant. That's how the doctors measure it. They're like, you're 3 weeks pregnant. Like, wait a minute. Because you're not fertile on your period, right? You're not fertile on your period. You ovulate, usually it's 2 weeks after your period.
Right.
Then you can get pregnant. So when the doctor, my wife has to go in, we're old bastards. So they make us go every like 2 weeks. So you're pregnant literally week 3 when you find out you're pregnant. And then a pregnancy test is probably, God, how quick does a pregnancy test even show up? 2 weeks? Because you're producing a certain number of sperm, not sperm. What are you producing?
Oh, I thought you meant like I can use it to see if you're.
No, that's crazy.
Is it 2 weeks?
I think it's 2 to 3 weeks.
It'll show up.
Mhm.
Okay. So we generally, I could have a baby tonight. So like we go at like 39 weeks generally. Or okay, term is okay. So term means the baby's fully developed, the lungs develop last. So if you're premature, you go on like that breathing machine and shit. That's because your lungs aren't developed. So this is where we usually get at 37 weeks, and that was our. Damn it, I'm fucking shit up. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss. It doesn't work. So at 8 weeks, you're considered a fetus. When do most miscarriages happen? You guys ever heard that one?
Yeah. 13 weeks. Yeah.
It is the first. Oh, it says it on there.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't tell people, like we didn't tell friends and family. I guess you could tell family for like 12 weeks. You don't tell them they're pregnant because then like.
I'd be excited. I'd be like,
Right.
oh.
So then that's what's hard about it is you're fucking excited. You're like, dude, we're gonna have a baby in like however long.
Right.
We didn't tell some of them. We had 2 miscarriages, so that's tough.
Did y'all tell people then?
At 12 weeks.
Oh, sweet.
I think we did tell somebody during one of the miscarriages, so that sucked.
And that's what, okay.
But At like 2 to 7 weeks, 90% of the basic structures are in place. So you got your heart, you got your thumbnails, your fingernails, your thumbprints, fingerprints. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a critical period, embryo most vulnerable to the environment. So that's why, like, as social workers, pushing a good diet. It is crazy is you don't know sometimes at like week 2, week 3, week 4, and it's time to quit drinking and smoking. Like, oh shit. So that's the critical piece. Also, after like 90% formed, the first baby's poop contains 5 months of data of everything you've put into your body for those 5 months. So the very first time it poops, it has everything. It's like record. When I worked at Claremont Recovery Center, if we had teams that had gotten pregnant and the baby's first poop had THC, I don't know what they're doing with the new THC laws in place, but they would kind of get into the system that way. You know what I mean? Like the first poop has heroin, THC, or something. You guys ever seen the first poop? Heroin is one of the hardest for the babies to get off of. Have you guys seen babies getting off of opioids?
I've heard
They're like
Yeah, I heard it's really strong.
Like you look, look up the video. So it's like they're withdrawing, you're just like, so that's what, because think of it, like that much alcohol could affect them. If it takes us like 4 or 5 beers, might only take them a half a beer, and it's in their blood. And so it used to be like, oh, you could have a drink or two pregnant. Now they're like total abstinence. Do not take in alcohol. Is it you got brain structures forming, you got lungs forming. So the recommendation is none of it. And so that is a significant change. There are 2. Okay, placenta. Have you guys ever seen placentas?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see it?
Like the picture?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
It's like,
Because they sell them for $50,000. That's what Nikita just found out.
And I know you can get it like in a pill. Like, so I heard like, oh, I'm getting my pill.
Cook it up with your eggs.
Yeah.
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 It's weird as shit because look at that. It has all the iron, it has all your vitamins, it has everything the baby lived off. It has stem cells, so like.
Oh, I heard that they're like storing that for like members of the family. If they get cancer, they can.
That is one thing they do with it. So people are finding out that the hospitals often, our first 3 babies are like, oh, we don't want that. Like, you got to find a place to like store it and freeze it, whatever. Some cultures, like giving birth in like the middle of they bury it in their garden because there's good iron for the plants. There's all kinds of different things. There's one. I've had friends that like take the picture, they'll freeze it because it does have a lot of key information, but it kept the baby alive the whole time. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. Hospitals sell them for $50,000.
Did she keep her placenta?
Me, my wife, or Nikita. We didn't keep our first 3. I don't know where we're going to go with this one, but I hear that if you don't, the hospitals just then sell it to research for $50,000.
Do they give you any money?
Hell no. They don't give you shit. It's so bad. Oh, is that one that bad? I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, open that. Let's see. View image.
Ooh, that's some graphic detail. So it looks like that. I had to cut the cord. That was weird to me, as I'm all like, as you feel it like slicing through skin. But I do it, like I took one for the team. It'll happen again next month. I did. I held her legs the whole time. They're like, ready, 1, 2, 3, push, and like you hold up the legs. It's crazy.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got a whole video of our second one. And she's like, don't do that again. Like everything's splashing out. She's like, don't fucking do that. So I haven't done it for the 3rd one. It's graphic. See, like if you have them at home, it's just a lot of blood and guts, but it's real. Like it's life. You ever seen like dogs or cats pop one out, or a cow?
That's the one. Yeah, I seen it for the cows.
I seen a giraffe thing.
I'm sorry. She's not going into labor, I promise. At the same time, we're buying and selling a house, taking care of under three, and it's insane. What's that? She doesn't want any what? I'm not. I'm not. Seeing shit like this again, like, ooh.
Oh.
'Cause it holds a lot of, ugh. Oh yeah, it drops upside down. So ours is currently dropped. Like she can feel the head down there. And so they're about, what's that? She's probably dilated, yes. What the fuck? They're doing art pictures with them and stuff. That's cute. That's cute. Is that a boy or a girl? I don't know. So let's see. What the fuck is that?
They cook it. I cook my wife. Oh
Yours
my
not
god.
So different cultures, and this is our multicultural training. Like for real, they do different shit. They'll cook it with their eggs.
Wait, what else?
They like make eggs in the morning and just like cook it.
Like a meat or something?
Well, yeah, it has all the iron. It has like your magnesium. She has a tattoo like right on the top. That's hilarious. So the baby just comes out like that. Usually the placenta's second, like pop, pop.
I feel like
Oh, is the placenta? Is it the sound the baby is in?
It's attached. So like that has all the nutrients, the umbilical cord giving you oxygen. It's giving you like everything.
so when you cut it,
That is.
what happens to the baby? Like where is it getting it? Oh, the nurse.
Oh, on this one, some people keep it attached for an hour after birth too.
Yeah. I feel
So like these are details I never knew. Like people didn't tell me this shit. I wish they would have told me because it has so many important nutrients still going. And then you wake them up and they got to breathe on their own. Like all of a sudden they got to like breastfeed, like
soon as they get out,
all of a sudden. So like why cut off that life support? Probably because the damn hospital wants it. What's that?
My baby needs a little extra. Yeah.
What did I keep on?
It's a lot of stuff. So
Like breastfeeding too. They said it's really beneficial when you
It
breastfeed for a good
is.
amount of time.
It is. Any other placenta questions?
No, I think I'm cool.
All right, I'm sorry. I want you all to know though. Like I don't want to skip this
Well,
because
it's the fact that you're going back every.
You got never close tabs.
I do have a lot of tabs.
Can we just get that going right now?
The placenta? I'm sorry.
All of them.
So umbilical cord, when I have our amnio bag broke early on the first one. That's why she came 2 weeks early. So it was like leaking and
So that's like when they say your water break, that's what it is.
that is it. So your water breaks. That's what's keeping the baby all safe and sound.
No, like I thought because the baby was drunk.
I'm not happy.
It was leaking and we were freaking out.
Because that's the fluid that the baby is in.
Oh, it just sits. That's what I thought the placenta was. That's why I was like, it's not clear.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It is. There's a lot of details. Like I literally did not know about pregnancy. So in 3 years, I had to learn more of this crap than I ever wanted to before. But it's how we were all born. Like it's how we were all pushed out, spanked. It freaks you out as like they got all this mucus when they first breathe, like, and you're like, dude, is he going to breathe? They suck it out, and I'm like, is he okay? He didn't breathe for like 30 seconds. Like, oh, he's fine. I'm like, are you sure he's all blue and shit? And they're like, he's fine. He was alive, as you know, shit happens, like sudden infant death syndrome. They give them 4 vaccines right out of the gate. Like they pump them full of all this shit.
Right.
I feel like that is more of SIDS than anything. They've done it for 2,000 years before us. So again, no judgment here, like no opinion, but I'm open for discussion. Like they tried to make us all get the vaccine mandate to come here 3 years ago. and the boosters and the 7 other shots. You know what I mean?
They're
Pushing it
recalling-
again.
No, they're recalling the ones that's been around since, and we're supposed to get new ones in the September for
It was
and
like
like yeah. So everybody that has an appointment to get a vaccine, they can't get it until late September.
I can't say too much because Utah will shut down my channel, which is weird to me. I don't know why. They just shut it off one time. We were talking about it in class, and they're like, "Yep, the spike." And so I don't know why. Anybody know why they shut down channels for that, or are they owned by the pharma company?
Big Pharma.
I'm guessing. I don't know. Any thoughts? Any opinions?
About
All is welcome here.
pharmacies?
All of it, yeah, because this is what we get. When I was born, you only needed 30. No, I think it was like 12. Now you need 36. I hear today it's like 72 different. All these like, is it that good for us?
No.
I don't know.
Can we opt out?
I hear that you're allowed to. I think here you have to take what's called a religious exemption, and you say because there are stem cells in this, I don't want to take it. That's the one, like, people take what they call, like, you're a conscientious objector.
High school didn't make you go get it.
Did high school make you get it?
Yeah, school
Okay.
is like when you get older, but like a baby, I feel like we should be able to opt out. Like, no.
Have you guys ever seen, damn it, I'm going to totally blank on this. There's a story of a lady who worked for Planned Parenthood and had an experience when she went into the operating room. And she changed her position on it. Maybe I'll just, so I want to show both sides of this. Next slide. Let's see here. So maybe it was called Unplanned. Okay, so we got Unplanned, and then there's Jane. So here's the next slide. And again, the thoughts, opinions. Abortion is the spontaneous or induced ending of pregnancy. 75% of them occur in the first 12 weeks. Not all vaginal bleeding is a miscarriage. Social worker plays a supportive role. Separate personal from professional values. Women have less regret and emotional problems when the choice is not forced. So with that, I want to get into, has anybody ever seen, I'll show you the trailer.
Abby Johnson is in the other room.
Is that loud enough?
Here. Our first order of business is to present Planned Parenthood's Employee of the Year Award. Abby Johnson. This is Abby. She's our newest volunteer escort. Abby, this is Cheryl Alessandro. I'd be the youngest director in Planned Parenthood history.
You'll actually be in charge of the abortions at your clinic.
I have a chance to make a real difference.
No matter what you do for the rest of your life, you're still gonna be a baby killer.
The only thing that's changed is you, Abby. Can you even hear yourself talk right now about these procedures? These are little babies.
I'm not going to apologize for doing a job that helps women in crisis.
There's still part of me that isn't sure.
But the one thing that all experts agree on is that at this stage, the fetus can't feel anything.
So that's
Sorry to bother you, but they need an
back.
extra person in the back room. Are you free? I saw it. And it was like it was twisting and fighting for its life.
We can end the souls of these hundreds of children. And Lord, we pray to end abortion. I really appreciate what you've done for us. I'll not forget it.
22,000 abortions. How do I even comprehend that?
Rough day at the office.
You say that. It's your dad and me. You are our baby from the moment of conception.
We are paying you to be a perfect instrument of corporate policy. We are an abortion provider. I can't be part of this anymore. Everything that they told us is a lie.
Don't underestimate the repercussions of this. You gotta be careful.
Rhonda, please don't do this! Rhonda! Let me tell you what's gonna
happen if you walk through that door.
Congratulations. You've made an enemy in one of the most powerful organizations on the planet.
Then on the other side, there is a trailer called Jane. Have you got any of you seen this one? It's about Jane Doe, the founder of abortions. Let's see if I can find it. Like Jane versus the county of Texas.
Olivia, how are you?
I might have picked the wrong movie. This doesn't look like shit.
Okay.
I think I picked the
You've
wrong
had a rough few months. You just need to start focusing on yourself. Your application is strong. You're going to get in somewhere great, not somewhere. Stanford.
I think it was called like This Is Jane Doe, the movie. Damn it. Have you guys heard of it? This is Jane, or I Am Jane. Damn it, what's it called? I Am Jane. See, this is what happens when you sleep 2 hours a night with, there it is, official trailer. I see it. So this was the movie. These both came out in the past few years, so they're both relatively new. Is that the same fucking thing? Yes. All right. Jane. Maybe it is Jane the movie. Call Jane? That's it.
Mrs. Griffin, your pregnancy is endangering your life.
Miss Griffin was Jane.
Once the treatment cannot be pregnant,
That's the only option.
you can ask the board for permission to perform an emergency termination. Is there a chance that she can survive the pregnancy? Maybe 50%, resulting in birth of a healthy child.
I'm here. I'm right here.
I vote no, gentlemen. No. 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 No.
This is Jane.
How does it work?
Joy? Yes.
Get in. No, this is not a taxi. You sit up front with me. You're gonna rest for a few hours.
Which one of you is Jane?
We're all Jane. We have organizing meetings. That's the address.
How are we gonna get through them all? This 11-year-old girl deserves it.
Well, this lady has cancer. She was raped. It has to be random.
It's life or death for some of them.
It's life or death for all of them.
What do you mean?
Our class. Let's take a deep breath.
You got a knack for this. Could have been a nurse.
Could have been a doctor.
We are entirely dependent on one man.
We can't change what it costs, Joy. It's economics.
It's interesting how economics always seems to mean that Black women get screwed.
Stand up. So tell me how you ladies came to be, Jane.
My wife's name is Joy the Ticker.
Hey, you told me that.
You want to end up in prison?
I will answer any questions.
I don't want to know.
We have something that works. We are of use. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it works. I'm not scared of jail. I'm scared there won't be anyone left to answer the phone.
I need help. I don't know what to do. This is my fourth message. I'm losing my grip. I can't tell any parents.
We have to go back.
Let's get to work.
So that's the other side of it. It mentions it, it's certainly something we're faced with. We've got different states going up with laws and whatnot. The federal courts put it back to the states. I think it was last year. So that's why maybe there's been more movies made about it. Anybody know why the trimesters change at certain times? Like what's the first trimester? What's your second? What's your third? I know my wife's in the third right now.
It's every 3 months, right?
It is, yeah. I was going to say 13 weeks. They always do like, if it is 40 weeks that you're there, but like I said, it's weird as hell. You're not pregnant week 1 and week 2. They measure it from your period. So you can't be pregnant week 1 and week 2, unless if I guess you dropped an egg early. So in the first, this is stages of labor. I'm sorry. Excuse me. First stage is your cervix starts opening. 10 centimeters, I think, is as big for the baby's head to get out. So like that. But they won't let you in the hospital till you're like 2. And so, because if you go in, you're like, oh, it fucking hurts. And we did that. And they're like, no, you go back home. And we're like, no, like you're packed up. You got your bag ready to go. You're going to have this baby. And they're like, no, go back home. We're like, oh, hell no. That was during the pandemic. That was our first baby. They came in a bubble suit and like tested us for COVID. And, you know, it was, but because she was leaking that fluid, they let us stay. And then it was a super long, we were in labor for way too long. Because they say here, like 1 to 3 hours. Some people are in labor for 24 hours. That's kind of where she was at. You're exhausted. So it's, you know, it did end up using something to pull the baby out with. But yeah, so the first is cervix dilates. Second is 10 minutes to 3 hours the baby's delivered. Third is 5 to 30 minutes your placenta's delivered. That's where I guess if we're smart, we would have kept it and made pills out of it, but we didn't. Then fourth is 1 to 3 hours recovery, family time. They do a lot of skin on skin now. Like they want you to be, they call it like the golden hour. They don't wipe all the mucus off the baby, as they say. There is a lot of good stuff. Have you guys seen the baby born with the mucus covering?
Yeah.
Do you want to see it or no?
But if they can't breathe, like, why would they do that?
It's like that white stuff all over them. It's just like, does anybody not want me to look it up? Because I won't if you don't want me to. Like baby covered in mucus? What is that? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Baby birth covered in mucus. Because a lot of important stuff is on the baby when they're born. So they got all that white shit on them, but it's like super important. They used to like wipe it all off and clean it real quick, but like that is some important shit. Like the mucus is important. It's weird, but there is research about it that says happiest baby. That's kind of funny. Dang.
That's fake.
Is it? So some of them could be AI generated, but like literally the mucus covering is for real. And it's like, it's the good bacteria. So like you'll have good digestion. You want to keep it on. I don't think they give them a bath now for a day. About a day. So those are the different, you know, they always make sure that they don't have something in their lungs. Apparently that's the easiest way to pick up a newborn. So I had to learn that in my past 3. Is like you just like hold them as they were like that small. And like they just kind of like, that's how they were in the womb. You're always like, how the hell do I hold the baby? It's kind of funny though, is you're like, ugh. And it looks like it's bad stuff, but that is important and good stuff for you.
Does it stink?
It's kind of stinky. I mean, the whole process is stinky. It's just life. You know what I mean? Like you go to a barn at a farm ever before, like it smells like life. There's just life. You don't want them to poop while they're being born. So that can be dangerous because if they poop and they're inside and they inhale it, that's when it's extremely dangerous. So like that comes up sometimes. What else?
How do you stop them from pooping?
Right.
You can, I guess. So like preventative measures, you make sure immediately there is no poop around. If they breathe that in, and some of the book talks about it. I know that I'm trying to give you guys the truncated part so you don't have to read too much, and you got the PowerPoints. You can read it if you like, but there's a lot of shit. Like 5 pounds. Our first was 6.5 pounds. Our second was 7.5 pounds, and our third was 8.5 pounds. So I wonder if this one will be more. I don't know. They gain like a pound every week at the end. So right now, I think it is already 5.5. So if she has it in 3 weeks, it'll be 8.5 pounds. Well, that was last week. So if she has it in 3 weeks, it'll be more. This is like how they measure their adaptation to life outside of the womb. It's called the Apgar score. Anybody in here have a kid or want to talk about it or see their nephews born or nieces or anything?
Oh, I see my feelings born. Yeah.
Any thoughts about it? Any discussion?
They scared. They scared me.
Is squishy like a sponge?
More like a memory foam.
Really?
Yeah.
Like on their arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there was something wrong with her,
Interesting.
but that's what happened.
What's happened since then? Are they totally normal?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
Anybody else seen
I
the?
love babies.
Yeah. Okay. I was terrified of mine. I didn't have until I was 42 years old. I'm like, I ain't having fuck kids. Fuck that. Like I was adamant. Like who has their first kid at 42?
I think it's
Right.
cute though. It was cute. It was cute, the process. But it was like
It
a
is.
lot of hormones. Like
Oh yeah.
post hormones are
Uh-huh.
real too. You can't expect them to go back. They're still gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
My mom was really ridiculous. I was like, no.
That's how my mom is. Why you mad at me for chewing gum?
Right.
We need something.
I want to find a picture for you guys, but
And them cravings. They be craving. What does your wife crave?
pickles and ice cream.
Pickles are cute. Yes. Pickles.
That's how I knew my sister was pregnant because I worked at Jimmy John's and she had me make her a sandwich out of like pickles.
Yeah.
And it was.
You're like, I know you're pregnant. You can't
And
lie.
then like right after that, that's when like people like I seen it on TikTok and stuff. People like really started just eating that like random. I was like,
Yeah. It's the real deal. Damn, I don't know if I have.
Boxes in her car.
No, I get it. And they be smelling stuff like ridiculous. You be like, what are you talking about?
You guys,
We cannot cook nothing in the house. She didn't.
anybody do Google Photos?
They
Do they never give you enough space? What the heck? I thought that I'm in here. Why is it all weird? Like, do they have an app on your computer or something?
I think we are.
This
is good though.
Oh, it's Paul's. Maybe that's it. Okay. Well, heck. That's annoying. Do I have to, how do I, does that work? Nope. I gotta make it secret like this. Any questions about the process of life? Is it crazy, weird, interesting to anybody? Like the whole, yeah.
everything about it.
And we're talking
Everything.
forever.
Whole child.
Forever. Oh yeah, this one was funny. This was us on Friday, and dude was like, "What the fuck is this merry-go-round?" He's like, "Yeah." But what's that? What's that? What'd you say? You're saying you don't know if it's your baby or not. You never know. Or is it the mailman's baby? Is that what you're saying?
Let's go with that.
You gotta.
There was.
Oh,
some-
look at him standing up on a chair.
Oh, where is it? Oh, dude, he was. We'll get start learning. So, and we're going to get into this, but this is their development. So, like, they're learning everything about life. So everything is cool. Like, think of the first time you ever experienced anything.
And he always said, look at me.
Like standing, walking. Well, I was going to put the tent up outside, and I ended up putting it inside last night. And it was huge. It's a 6-person tent, and it was huge. It took up the whole damn room. So I'm like, we should have put this outside. This was dumb. And then they like, oh yeah, they were both on the bounce house. That was actually kind of funny because they're like, hey, so child development, that's the 3 and the 4-year-old. And the youngest is 1.5 right now. But just the way they learn things, the way all the shit in their brain is going off at this time.
They always do that.
They do weird shit. And they're just learning life. You know what I mean? Like,
It's always head first.
Right.
like you're not even supposed to fit through that part of the dumb thing. So your brain is like, every single thing you do is fucking cool. It's like, whoa. Maybe he has ADHD, just like me. So that is the real life. Just how they're learning, how they're developing. These are some complications you could get. If you vomit all the time, now you do get sick in the first trimester, kind of like you'll have the morning sickness. Your hormones are changed. So you got a lot of estrogen, maybe, or a lot of progesterone. You could have bleeding. It could lead to spontaneous abortion and early pregnancy. A lot of times it doesn't. Our first one, she swore, she came out like crying out La Roses, like, I swear the baby just fell in the toilet. So we went in, hospital, they put it on. That was the first time we heard the heartbeat. They're like, no, what they had was it ripped. And I think they talk about it here, placentia previa, where the placentia separates from the wall of the uterus. So like it can rip a little bit, but it doesn't fall out. So it just reattached, luckily, and then.
Oh, it's just at the overtime?
So those are some of the complications. Maternal age. So we had none of ours when she was 18 or 35. I met her when she was 19, but I told you guys she was engaged to my roommate at the time.
That was the one that's your wife now?
It is kind of weird. It's a fun story. But
at the time, this is how you be saying it like it's nothing.
he was engaged. They were engaged. Like we were in law school. We were studying hard, and I dropped out of law school.
So wait, when you first met her with the roommate, like when they was engaged, what did you think?
I had no sexual attraction or anything whatsoever. Like I was probably dating somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think about it.
Right.
Huh? You said it's all real?
I said that's how it be.
Right. Well, it's like, dude, that's my roommate's fiance.
Right.
And they broke it off by the end of our law school year.
How long were you in law school?
He married somebody else.
Like, oh, I want to talk to this.
We reconnected at his funeral, like I said. I saw her. It was I met her in 2005. That was 2018. Because our first date was 6 years ago today.
Damn.
Yep.
What did you get in?
We went to fucking church. It was the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. It was the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. Oh, about the church? The church was annoying. It's one of those, they were built like in the 1800s. I kneeled down and my legs didn't even fit in the pew and shit. It was that small. Like, you know how people were smaller back then? I didn't even fit in those church pews.
That's how you know something wrong. People used to be small, little.
Now we're way too big. We got bovine growth hormone. We'll get into that later in this PowerPoint, but how early do people have their periods now? Like maturation is so much earlier. Hundreds of days earlier. It's crazy. So like I've heard of pregnancies as early as, yeah. What have you all heard? What's the earliest pregnancy? That didn't happen back then.
That's probably what it is.
This is weird to remember how like we'll eat a bunch of donuts and ice cream. It's only 300 extra calories while you're pregnant, which sucks. And that's 2 donuts. You know what I mean? Like I'd buy a 12 pack, but it's 2 donuts, an apple, you know, some weird shit. But like you're used to in the cartoons or like in movies, you see it depicted differently. It is 300 calories. When you breastfeed, it is 500 calories a day. So that is the equivalence of running 5 miles a day if you breastfeed your baby. That's crazy.
Hey.
500 calories?
We losing weight.
But think you're holding them, you're like fighting them to latch. You're like every 2 hours. They're like a medicine ball. It's like weights.
Right. Because the baby heavy, they was like the baby be heavy when even like in the stomach.
Oh, big time. This is a big one. I didn't even know when I was your all's age. So I was really grateful somebody told me STDs can be transferred. So like, for example, 80% of us have a cold sore. You might not have seen it before. You might have not had an outbreak, but 80% of Americans have a cold sore. It's herpes simplex 1. You've got to be careful because I didn't know this. Herpes can be transferred all 4 ways, like that way, this way, like if you have a cold sore and you kiss any part of the mucous membrane on the body, herpes can spread. So it's very important to be super cautious. Like no kisses when you got a cold sore. I didn't know, you know, like when I was your age. What's that?
And you say 80% of people got this?
Have a cold sore. We all have it. So it's only transmissible when there's an outbreak. So like you'll see it visible, like the big old bust. I'll get a busted lip. When I'm stressed, I'll get it. and it can be transferred all 4 ways. Then if you have a vaginal birth, it can be transferred to the baby. So that's why it's super important to know about this. If you know you've got a cold sore that was transferred that could be given to the baby, you would want to do a C-section. So something to keep in mind. That way it's not passed at birth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like nobody told us that 18, 19, 20. We were all crazy dumb drinking. Like cold sores are passed all 4 ways. Don't mess around. I didn't know that. Like, you know, you just think of it as the kissing disease. They call it the kissing disease. Like you just get like,
Is that what they call mono? That's what they
oh, maybe I am mixing it with mono, but I always thought, well, herpes is passed by kissing or drinking after somebody. So like if it's still alive, it's a virus.
I thought they said you never get rid of it.
You don't.
Dormant.
Herpes lies dormant in your nerve ending. So that's why usually when you're stressed, you have an outbreak. So you'll see like exam time. If you're stressed, you'll have a herpes outbreak. Nobody told me that when I was your age. That's the only reason I'm sharing that with you guys. So that's why they got the dental dams. You know what I mean? Like you ever heard of a dental dam? Do you want to see a picture of one? Do you not want to see a picture of one? What's that? I kind of do. Because there it is.
What is it? What?
And you still do? That's crazy. Imagine you still do all that.
That's a dental dam. Would it be called a dental dam condom? I guess that's it. Hey, they're $9.99 on eBay. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's nothing.
They're for use.
Oh, I hope they're not used. You said there's nothing you can not Google, you said?
Your Google be questioned by it just be like, what is he looking up?
ADHD. All day.
Okay, I was really hoping that y'all would go back and find my old dental dams video, but it's been a month since I posted this original, over a month since I posted the
She's
original
excited
video,
to talk to you.
I'm still getting this question daily. So I've got it again. Regular old dental dams are usually just a sheet of latex or latex alternative that can be used as an STI protectant or just a physical barrier between mouth and, okay? Like this is like what a regular dental dam would look like, just a big sheet. Regular dental dams, you have to physically hold in place, as opposed to these, which you wear like underwear. They look like underwear. Yes, you can still feel things through them, just like you can feel things through a latex condom. But why would you ever want to use that? I want to be able to taste my partners. Okay, same. But it is your responsibility as a sexually active person to have something on hand to keep you and your partner safe.
Is this the mouth thing or this is like
I guess you wear it, but it is for protection of a mouth if you have a cold sore.
But this
So-
is the
Why can't y'all just wait?
Right, true, right. So I did, nobody here is a freshman, right? Are you guys freshmen in any of these? So everyone's 18, or do we have 17-year-olds in the class? Okay, I should have asked that first, so I apologize. I'm not a PG-13 class. I'm rated R. Sorry. Any other questions?
panties.
But again, going back to this slide right here, they can be transferred. And like, keep that in mind from the mouth, as simple as a dumb cold sore. And you might not even, it might not be visible. When it first outbreaks, it's just like it bubbles up. And then when the bubbles burst, that's when the cold sore is visible. So what's that?
No,
They look like that at first. Huh?
Right.
So that's what you'll see. That's what you'll see. You'll like, oh, hold on. I don't kiss you this week. Love you, bye. You know. Right. Yeah, but sometimes it is pretty dang invisible, like, or you put makeup on it or some shit. So just be cautious. That's all. I'm giving you all. What the fuck is that? That's like AI generated, isn't it? That is funny. But so yeah, and then you can, so any mucous membrane again. So like nose, I think even eyes, mouth, but all that. So cautiousness. My warning to all of y'all. And yes, why don't you just wait? Is that what you're saying? I agree.
No, I was saying if it come down to it, then you gotta use dental dam pins. It's not
Right.
just not
Like,
do nothing.
Call you next time. Talk to you later. Yeah.
Just be abstinent.
That's where celibacy and abstinence rules. And everything conversations I'm having is within the scope of marriage. So you can, your partner can have a cold sore too. So yes, your married partner can. Any questions about that? I know we're getting into the nitty gritty.
Oh, okay. I do have a question about the pregnancy symptoms. Because I feel like we be having them personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I be having some of the pregnancy symptoms like on my period. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling nauseous. And
Right.
Like, I hope I'm not pregnant. So is that stuff like, what does that mean?
You will get nauseous if you're pregnant. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, but like even on my period.
Oh, well, yeah, because you are. So, when you have your period, it's literally the shedding of the uterine lining. And that's why it's common to have, if the body doesn't know you're pregnant, and this happens when you are 35 or older, because you don't make enough progesterone. Progesterone tells your body that you're pregnant. You make different amounts of estrogen. Now you're pregnant, you're making progesterone. It tells your body not to shed the uterine lining. Because if you are pregnant, the fetus attaches, you shed the uterine lining, guess what else is going out with that period? The whole baby and everything. The baby in the bathwater, it's gone. So at 35, we had to get progesterone shots because we did have, I think she did have one where she basically shed her uterine lining and we were pregnant, at least on the tests and whatnot. So the doctor's like, well, take this when you're pregnant, and it tells your body not to shed the uterine lining. I don't even know if I was answering your question or not.
No.
Okay. So yeah, and I kind of promised you guys this, not herpes, the genogram.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Because that's our first assignment. I'm going to pop it in there for you finally. What's that?
Right.
Well, there's so much information that goes into it, and pregnancy and pregnancy problems. Oh my God, I ran yesterday, so I'm getting old. Let me move slow. I'm going to write one up here for you guys. It's your first assignment. Any questions about it first? I forget which one we all use. You all can't see it very well, probably, but maybe you can film it or something. So, well, yeah. You start with yourself, right in the middle. Whether you want to be a circle, square, triangle, hexagon, pentagon, it's okay. Just label it. Right? A lot of people do, male, female. So say mom and dad. Let's do that. I'll start with mom and dad because they have 5 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want girl, boy, 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 girl. She was 1971. He was 75. I was 78. My brother was 80. My sister was 86.
Right.
15 year spread. That was kind of normal in the 70s and 80s. My mom had 4 brothers and 3 sisters. 1, 2. I want to do it right there. 1, 2. I only have enough. 1, 2, 6, 7. I need another one, don't I? 8. They all had a bunch of kids. Her parents, there was cancer. Dad died of lung cancer after World War II when her youngest sister was 12. So we do have cancer. That would be, Dad. Cancer. And you see all the different things they label. It's maybe even easier on the computer. You can draw it too if you want to do a big sheet. Her mom died of breast cancer. That was in 93.